Hi everyone, my name is Deges, recording my last video for Fort Hays State University AEP800VD, Module 15, New Technology in the Classroom. So for this last video, I want to introduce you to Prezi. Prezi is something that can be used in place of Google Slides or PowerPoint. It's just something a little more interactive and a little more fun. So this video is designed towards students to help them show them how easy it is to create a Prezi. So my ISTE standards for students, my first one is 60. Publish or present content that customizes the message for the intended audience. It's important for students to know that when they're creating a presentation, they know who's going to be seeing this. We talk about that a lot in my marketing classes, and that who's your target audience and making sure that you alter your content to reach those people. And then the second standard also for students is 3B. Students evaluate the accuracy and credibility of information, media, or data. So oftentimes when you're creating a presentation, you are using data or resources from some type. And so I felt like that also applied to this, because before they put that information into their presentation, they want to make sure that it's accurate and correct. So the reason I love Prezi is because it's just a fun alternative, and it allows for a little bit more creativity. Even though they do have templates, you still get to have a little bit more fun than I personally feel like you can in PowerPoint or Google Slides. And so my goals is just kind of show you how to use the basics of it, even though there's lots of tutorials out there, but sometimes it's a little bit easier watching someone do it like this. So you can see a couple of my students have created ones. They were having issues with their account, so they ended up using mine. But I'm just going to go over here to new presentation. One of the most important things that I think is with anything is that even though it's free, they have a ton of different templates for you to use. So this is sales and business. A lot of them that are going to show up on mine are going to be business related, just because that's, we're creating business plans. We are doing that. But if I go over to general, you can see a little bit more of just some of the different, a little more simple. So internal newsletter, just a simple template, good company, lots of different options here. So we're going to go over here to this internal newsletter. And so again, just because it says that it's an internal newsletter doesn't mean that it has to be used for that. So we're just going to put title. The people that can see it are only the people that I share. Oh, no, we have to do anyone on the web. The people that you share it with is only for the paid version. So we like free. You can also see this is a novice, so it's going to be easy to use. They rank them. Some of them are a little bit more difficult. So over here, it's really pretty. If you want to edit something, you just double click it and you edit it, and you can change the summary. When you click on it, it brings you in. Oops, move that over. It brings you into where you can actually edit what's in there. So every time you click, it basically brings you in. So these are the different views over here on the left. So the summary, the announcements, the in-depth, the profiles, the events, and the in-brief. Looking over here on the left, you can see that there's even like a little 3 on profiles, which means that there's information here. And then when you click on Title 1, it's going to take you even deeper. So it might actually introduce someone. And so I know this is really kind of pretty brief, but when using a template, I always tell my students to try to look at the template in depth to know exactly what it is before selecting it. I personally do feel like when you are using the templates, it's easiest to not try to alter it a whole lot. If you want to really start from scratch, there is a blank option. And so it's really, you can still change your background. You can still insert different boxes, you can insert shapes, you can edit, you can view, whatever it may be. So I want to show you kind of what it would be when you present it. So basically this is in the middle here. I'm going to go all the way back to the beginning. So anytime you click the arrow, it's basically going to zoom in. So it's really cool because there's no extra words there, so it's just showing up blank right now. But it's just kind of fun. It's zooming in, it's zooming out. It makes it feel like it's a little more interactive with the audience. So this is Prezi, really pretty easy to use. It's something that teachers can use to create something a little more fun than a PowerPoint, but it's also something that students can use for the same reason, something a little bit more fun and a little bit more interactive. So I hope you learned something from this video, and maybe Prezi is something that you can incorporate into your classes.